Hey everyone, this is Chris Mulcahy, and I'm back with the Jeti Duplex DS-16 transmitter. And out of the box it comes with a ratcheted throttle, and I wanted to show you how to adjust that if you prefer a smooth throttle. And also, while I'm at it, I'm going to show you how to adjust the stick tension as well. So the first thing we need to do is we need to turn this radio around and take the back cover off. Now, to take the back cover off, we're going to use these two wrenches that come with the transmitter, a small Allen wrench and a small Torx wrench. Now, I already have a wrench which I'm going to use. It's the same as the one that comes with the transmitter, but this one has a nicer handle. Okay, now that the screws are out, I'm going to pop the cover off of the transmitter. And you can see it just pops right off. And there's the inside. Okay, now that the back is off the transmitter, the first thing we want to do is we want to remove the battery plug, because all of this is live, and if you accidentally touch something with your wrench, you risk shorting out your radio. So we'll just go ahead and we'll pop that out. And there we go, the battery is unplugged. Now that the battery is unplugged, we can move inside and look at the rest of the stuff. Okay, so this is the throttle stick. And this screw right here, this one will adjust the tension for the rudder stick. Over on the other side, this screw right here will adjust the tension for the elevator, and this screw right here will adjust the tension for the aileron. So in this close-up, we can see this is the throttle stick that we've zoomed in on here. And as I showed you before, this screw right here is for adjusting the rudder stick tension. These two screws right here are what we're going to use to adjust the ratchet. So if we want to eliminate the ratchet, we're going to use this first screw right here, and we're going to back that out until we can't feel the ratchet anymore. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, and when you disengage the ratchet, the throttle stick becomes very loose. So then we use this second screw right here to apply a little tension back on the stick. And being a helicopter pilot, I like to get the rudder stick to feel the same as the throttle stick. So I try and match the tension. Okay, that feels pretty good. Now, a couple other things I want to point out is the fact that both sticks on the transmitter are able to be rotated a certain amount to make it feel more ergonomic for your hands. You can use the second wrench that came with the transmitter, and you're going to unscrew this screw right here as well as this screw right here. And once you've loosened those two screws, you'll be actually able to rotate the stick to any angle that you prefer, and then tighten those screws back down. In addition to that, you can also limit the travel of the throttle stick. So by default you get full travel, but by using this screw right here, which you can just about see in the video, and there's also a corresponding screw on the bottom which you can't see in the video, by screwing those in, you can limit the travel of the throttle stick. Okay, so just to recap, to adjust the stick tensions, I'm going to use this screw, and this screw. To adjust the throttle ratchet, you're going to use these two screws, depending on whether you want the ratchet or you want a smooth stick. Once you're done with everything, I'm going to go ahead and plug the battery back in. And when you do that, the transmitter will switch on. So you just press no and shut it off. And then we're going to go ahead and put the cover back on. And the cover is keyed, and it will only line up one way. So make sure you get it the right way around. And I'll just go ahead and screw this back in place. Okay, and there it is back together. And whenever you have the cover off the back of the transmitter, make sure that you always unplug that battery, because you really don't want to risk shorting anything out. When you do have the battery unplugged for any length of time, it will reset your clock on the transmitter, so you have to make sure you go back in and reset your clock and the date. And then the last thing is, when you're putting those screws back in the back of the transmitter, you really don't have to torque down on them very hard, and in fact if you do, you may risk stripping out the aluminum that they're threaded into. So you just want to snug them up, and then they'll be good to go.